feel like all of us could honestly say that theater saved our lives.
And so Definition Theater is my chosen family.
There's no ensemble that looks like us, that has the passions that we have, and I feel like we were literally born to do this.
Most theater graduates focus on getting a start in the cutthroat world of acting. But the members of Definition Theater Company focused on changing the world.
When we say we want to change the world, that's not a joke, it's not a cliche, that is an actual fact.
We're not fully established yet. We have absolutely nothing to lose. And we have everything to gain for so many types of people that aren't represented at all.
It's still an issue. Like the issue of being not represented, not seeing yourself on stage, is still an issue for me. Even though I know I can do this and I have my own path, I go to other theaters around town and I don't see the programming, I don't see the plays, and it's a weird thing. I still don't know why, but for some reason you just have to see it to know that it's even possible for you.
Ain't no way I'm finna let Salon cheat me out my pig guts like that.
Our mission is very important that everyone on stage and everyone backstage look different, and we hope that our audience will in turn look that way as well.
So that you can see different kind of people on stage, because you see different kind of people in life.
In just 5 years, Definition Theater Company has been making a mark in Chicago. They have staged a dozen productions, written their own plays, and received critical acclaim.
There are over 260 theater companies in Chicago, but there's only a few of them that you know of, and luckily we're starting to be one of those.
Definition is they're young and they're full of energy, and they're going to change the world, and God bless them.
Theater, you're supposed to hold a mirror up to the world, and we just find that most people aren't doing that.
For many years, the theater produced plays by a fairly limited stable of writers, many of whom were white men. In the last 20 years, contemporary theater altogether has faced that fact and is diversifying. And so they're entering into the theater right at that time, and they're contributing to that change.
Definition's quick success may seem amazing, but members say there is no secret.
We are not afraid to try. We've been told no to do certain shows, and we go and then like, all right, we're gonna go do it over here.
I didn't want to just go out and audition for roles because so many times I got told, you'll be perfect for this when you're older. And so I was like, well, I don't want to wait till I'm older. So if that role doesn't exist for me by your standards, then I'll just write it. I'll write it for myself. So we wanted to just be in charge of our own destiny, because you cannot drive a car if you don't take the wheel.
At Chicago's GOODMAN Theater, the company is holding auditions for their latest production, which will be staged by award-winning director Chuck Smith.
As a small company, we go to the bigger companies like GOODMAN, like Steppenwolf, and we ask them for things, and the answer usually is yes.
But we know you can't cut off your children. You gotta feed your children, and the smaller companies are our children.
Smith is working with Definition on the Chicago premiere of Brandon Jacob Jenkins' An Octoroon. The play kicks off Definition's residency at the Victory Gardens Biograph Theater.
We used to be itinerant, which means we moved around from theater to theater, and we have a place for our audience to come to and know that our work will be done here. That alone is enough. But then to be doing this play, and we beat out a lot of theaters actually in Chicago to do this production.
GOODMAN has had their eye on Octoroon, and we figured this would be a really good mix, a good fit for the two.
An Octoroon opens with a monologue by actor Breon Arzell.
Hi everyone, I'm a black playwright. I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm here to tell you a story.
The work plays with our notions of race, as we watch Arzell put on whiteface to play both the hero and the villain in the production.
Black individuals are playing white roles, vice versa. It's a racial farce, and you have to be able to laugh at it.
Most of the play is set on a southern plantation in financial ruin.
Octoroon forces everybody in that room to look at the ugliness and hopefully learn from it, but it also pokes fun at it.
The Negro race is so quaint and vibrant and colorful, much like the landscape.
Hopefully when you leave the theater, it puts something on your mind, and that's what theater's all about.
Of the blood that feeds my heart, one drop in it is black. Bright red as the rest may be, that one drop poisons all the rest. For I'm an unclean thing, I'm an octoroon.
The theater is one of those few places where people of all different backgrounds come together in a room and feel. And that's what actors in particular bring to the work. They bring experience of what it is to be human in our world.
Definition's founding members learned how to convey their human experience on stage at the University of Illinois.
When I went to U of I's audition, it was by far the most comfortable I've ever felt, just because the professors were just so, they knew where I was at as soon as I came in. They knew what I was capable of, what my weaknesses were almost immediately, and they really like kind of fostered me and made me feel like I was capable of doing it.
They allowed for us to be vulnerable. They pushed for it. It was at the height of what they wanted, is for you to expose yourself in the most amazing sense on stage so that you can find yourself.
In their senior year at Illinois, the Friends produced The Brother Size at a student-run theater on campus.
And we literally had to cast it. We had to find the designers. It's, looking back, it's how we learned how to produce.
Definition members often come back to their alma mater to direct plays and coach current students.
Many of the students who are here today look up to them. They recognize the Definition as a group of U of I alums who are really successful and are recognized in Chicago. That's what they want to do. So to have them back working with students is like ideal.
Anything you want to work on in your monologues that you're like, man, this feels kind of iffy, I've been like struggling with it, we'd love to like address it.
The next generation connect with us on such an authentic way. They look up to us and it's exciting, but we're working on ourselves still too. I think that's what's most important.
I want people to look at me and think, wow, look at that guy.
When you play it in this very honest state and allow yourself to discover these questions and just to be in it and to feel how you're feeling, then you can make the audience feel something.
It helped me realize that it's not as hard as we all think it is. It's just going up there and being you.
Okay, start from the top. Great job. And keep breathing. Say it again, Tyrone.
We gonna be all right.
We gonna be alright.
Yeah.
Start over. Again.
We gonna be all right.
We gonna be alright. How?
The thing that they were really encouraging me to do was to let go. And so that's really what we were focusing on, was just getting me to go there and push myself.
You think you're more tired of being out here on these streets than me, but you ain't. I don't want this. I never wanted this.
They know what they're doing, and it's a powerful presence that you just kind of feed off of.
Girl, even the white folk quiet.
With more plays in production, Definition Theater Company has no plans to slow down.
And at the same time, there are days that we wake up and we quit. We quit every day. Sometimes you wake up, you're like, oh, I actually don't want to do this anymore today. But then you have to remind yourself of not only what you're capable of, but who you're setting an example for.
But as long as we're doing shows that are having a bigger impact, then that's all that matters.
Our motto is stay in it. And again, that's about looking at all those heroes, all the people we put on a pedestal. How do they get there? And the answer is they stayed in it.